Welcome to English 204. My name is Abir Wed and I am your instructor for this semester. I'm looking forward to spending a semester with you, albeit virtually, learning about the joys of academic writing. Now, as I have mentioned time and time again, maybe in the first video, also in the syllabus, and I'm mentioning it here, I also mentioned it on WhatsApp. This course, oops, it's saying my internet connection is unstable. Okay, so this course is designed to be asynchronous, which means that you can do the work of the course without necessarily attending any of these sessions, which I like to call Q&A sessions. They are like a chance for us to interact, a chance for us to ask questions, maybe recap certain concepts that we learn in class, maybe ask some questions to clarify certain things that are unclear, but they are by no means mandatory, which means that I understand I'm holding them outside of class time because I want class time to be the time you do other work related to class. So the time you're supposed to be spending in class, I'd rather you be doing the work. So this is why we have these sessions once a week. Consider them as Q&A sessions. Consider them maybe general office hours. Even though if you need an office hour with me, you can always email me and schedule an office hour with me so we can discuss maybe your progress, maybe how you're doing in class, etc., etc. The second thing I'd like to tell you is that this course is collaborative. This means that you will be doing your work with other students. Now, don't be alarmed. Everything will be laid out for you. You're not going to be left in the dark, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to collaborate. It'll be a smooth process to a certain extent. Of course, it has its certain challenges. But the reason I'm doing this is because when you go out to the workforce, when you start your jobs, or if you go for a graduate degree, you're going to be doing a lot of collaboration. In fact, whenever I'm writing recommendation letters to anybody for any school, one of the most important things they ask about is whether this person knows how to collaborate. Okay, so this is why we're going to be learning it in this course. The other reason why we need to collaborate is because the material is heavy and dense. Doing it all on your own might be a little bit challenging. So dividing the work up among you and your peers will be much more efficient in terms of getting work done, etc., etc. Also, I've been teaching this course for a long time. I've been teaching it for 8 years, and I have noticed over the years that students who collaborate do a much better job than those who do not collaborate or work on something on their own, regardless of how well they write or research or produce work. It's amazing how better the quality is when there is a collaboration than when there is not. So for all these reasons, this course will be mostly collaborative. There will be some instances, of course, with the forums, with other things where you will be doing your own work. But in general, we will be collaborating. Now, one thing about this course is that it is structured in such a way that everything that we do is building towards something else. This means every single little thing we do in the course, is towards the end goal, the one goal. And that goal is to produce a research paper, an academic research paper in your discipline. So we're going to be learning about academic writing and what is academic writing and what is advanced academic writing in particular. And how do we write? How do we write for, or in a university setting, or how do we write research? And why is this important? We will be producing a research paper, like a full research paper, by the end of the semester. But every little thing that we do in the course is never busy work. So you will never be asked to do anything that is just because I felt like giving you an assignment just to make you work. Nothing in this course is busy work. So keeping that in mind, I want you to give every single assignment its importance, because you are building on this assignment. And in fact, the most difficult assignments in this course will be the two shortest, simplest assignments that you might think of, which is come up with a research question. This is like one assignment, one sentence or one question. This is what you have to do. And trust me, over the years, I've noticed how challenging this is, how difficult this is. Okay, so moving on, let me share my screen first with you. Take a look at our Google Doc. So,
Professor,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to ask, is it okay that we don't have a research question yet?
Of course, no. I will guide you through everything. Don't worry about it. So I will, this is one thing that I would like you to know. You are never going to be left in the dark as to what to do in this course. Because it's asynchronous, everything is very detailed and very well explained. Okay, so it's very important that you just follow the instructions as is, because these instructions are going to help you. And if you miss one step, it's going to be difficult for you to take two steps at once. So I ask you to pay really close attention to everything. Having said that, because I break down the writing process into manageable short steps, you will find yourselves at the end of the semester with an entire full research paper and you have no idea how it was written. You're going to think to yourselves, oh, you know what? I really spent a lot of time on these little pieces, but I didn't know that these little pieces will fit into this bigger puzzle, this bigger, beautiful picture. So don't worry about this. And I also want you to remember, I am not here to police you. And I am not here to play games with you like, oh, I'm the teacher and I'm going to make your lives miserable hell. I am here to help you. So I'm walking the path with you. So you have to think of me as your mentor, as somebody who is going to be like your editor, even somebody who's going to be holding your hand and walking down this path with you to show you how to walk the path and how to get to the other side and how to learn how to write academically, how to learn how to write a research paper in another course, for another class, for another professor, in another discipline. And if you are going to go for a master's or a PhD later on, it's the same writing process. Academic writing is almost the same across the spectrum, whether it is the sciences, whether it's the social sciences, or whether it's the humanities. Of course, within your major, you will learn different methodologies, different approaches to doing research, but reporting this research is almost always the same. Okay, the language might differ, what we call a discourse might differ, but in general, you will start getting the hang of it later on as you take more courses, but we will learn the basics in this course. And when I say that, this means that whatever you learn in this course, you will take with you to other courses. You might use for a lifetime. You might use for your career here at AUB, or if you transfer it to another university, it's the same stuff. What you learn in this course will be used elsewhere, and extensively, if I may add. Okay, let's go back to sharing my screen. Okay, so number one, we've covered it. This course is about learning how to write academically. And it's not for this course, it's for other courses. How do you write in other courses? How will we go about the work in this course? Well, this course is designed to be asynchronous, and so we will do most of our work asynchronously. However, we will have a lot of contact time together, whether through WhatsApp or whether through our weekly Q&A, which is like this one here. And this course basically ultimately means you will write a full research paper. However, the writing process is broken down to manageable steps in such a way where every week you have work to do, but this work is building towards something larger. Okay? So in a nutshell, this is how we will go about working in this course. Let me see if I can share. Okay, you can still see this. So as I show you over here, so this is where we will begin. Like every week, you know, I will tell you what we will be doing, and we might have a discussion forum. We have resources, and everything is explained and laid out for you. You might do all of this work in one day. You might do all of this work over 3-4 days. It doesn't matter. You might do this work at 3 a.m. You might do this work during class time. You might do this work taking a break between courses, whatever it is. It's up to you. It's going to take you what is the right amount of time that you should dedicate for this course. It's never going to take you more time. And if it is going to take you more time, I will tell you ahead of time. Like, listen, pay attention. It might be, this week might be heavy on work, so you need to start early, etc., etc. Every single week, I will reveal the week for you. So week 3, we're going to learn about writing in the disciplines, okay? And it's very simple. Because it's St. Maroon's Day on February 9, we're not going to be having a session. Now, how do you know that you're in the right week? I say over here, week 3 is Feb 9 and Feb 11. Okay, so you are never lost. And the same with every single week. So every single week, everything is already there, everything is designed, everything is done, but I'm not going to reveal it to you so it's not overwhelming. Okay, but every single week has its introduction, the resources, the submission slot, and the link for the Zoom session. All right, let's go back to our doc. So, do you have any questions so far before I move on?
Yes, Professor, I actually do have a question. I was just wondering, because I'm taking this course co-requisitely with English 238, and I didn't really know the difference. So can you just tell me how this course would be able to help me with English 238?
What is English 238 again?
It's also advanced academic writing.
238 is advanced academic writing?
Yes.
I've never heard of that course, to be honest. I'm surprised that they have another course called Advanced Academic Writing, because
it is for English majors. I think that's why.
Okay. So maybe that course teaches you how to write in your discipline versus this one teaches you how to write across disciplines. So if you are writing a philosophy paper, or maybe a CVSP paper, which is the civilization course, or if you're writing a paper, or if you're writing maybe a literature review for one of your political science courses, or a sociology course that you're taking as an elective, or for your minor, this course teaches you stuff that are a little bit broader. Maybe that course teaches you something that is more discipline specific. Are you a literature or language major?
I'm a literature major.
Okay, so if you are a literature major, you're probably going to learn a lot of other things. Like a literature review might not necessarily be something that you do in your discipline. I'm a literature major myself. This is how I started. And so I did not learn how to write a literature review, which is reviewing all the research that has come before me or my work before I even begin doing the work or the research. Until I was like doing my PhD, because even my master's was in literature. So so that might be a little bit more major specific, like discipline specific. Okay, so you will be learning other things. Did you compare the syllabus? Start, like, did you take
Yes, it kind of looked a bit similar with respect to the process of writing, but I think you're right about this course being more broader, you know? That's very fascinating.
It is. I had no idea that this is what the course is about. I didn't even know that they introduced such a course in English. And this is really great because you really need to learn how to write in your discipline. Who is teaching it?
Professor Amy Zenger?
Okay. Okay, I'll ask Amy to see how different it is from my course. All right, great. Thank you for asking. Let's go back to the screen. The Google Doc. So if you went over the syllabus, you would, when you go over the syllabus, you would notice that we have something called a grading contract. Did anybody read this?
Yes.
I'm going to stop. Who's that? Who's speaking? I'm sorry.
Bashir.
Hi. Okay. So what did you notice about it, Bashir?
What I noticed is that not every assignment has a grade dedicated to it. We evaluate the whole work, and if there's class commitment and there's assignment commitment,
Yeah.
and and if we are totally dedicated, we'll get the default grade, which is A minus. And whenever we miss some assignments, you deduct points.
Yes, the grading contract is a contract between you and me saying that if you do every single assignment in this course, following the required criteria for every single assignment, that you would end up getting an A minus in the course. If you exceed my expectations doing your assignments, your grade will go up to an A. It's not very difficult for it to go up to an A. You just have to show me that you are dedicated to not just completing your assignments, but also completing your assignments with some attention to detail, a little bit of an extra, right? Like something that shows me that you are committed. This might mean that I can see that you have put some effort into it. Maybe you have proofread it. Maybe it's like it not just only meets my expectations but exceeds them. Like if I tell you have to have this and that, you go the extra mile. It's not very difficult to exceed my expectations, so you can go from an A minus to an A. If however you start missing assignments, your grade starts dropping. So if I tell you, for example, you have to have completed 10 assignments for this course and you end up completing 7 of them, your grade will suffer. You will go down to so you've missed 3 assignments, your grade will go down to a C minus. What else? Besides assignments, we have to have the other classroom kind of, like when I say classroom, it's a virtual classroom, right? But I like, there are certain things that I would also look for. Like for example, submitting on time. Maybe if you and I are supposed to meet, you're not supposed to miss this meeting, because we will have one-on-one meetings throughout the semester, etc., etc. So there are some other commitments as well. And the reason I use a grading contract is because I've noticed, by reading about grading contracts and reading the research behind grading contracts, that they are more equitable, in the sense that they eliminate the competition between students, like you're no longer doing the work for the grade, and you are doing now the work to actually learn. So you are not worried about the grade that you will get, not worried about pleasing me as an instructor, but you're rather concentrating on the learning process, because this is what will get you places. It's how much you learn, how much you retain, how much you understand from whatever you're doing. So this takes away the stress of getting a grade and scoring a grade. It takes away the frustrations related to grades. It somehow dismantles this kind of competitive culture that we have at AUB, which I am not a fan of. Thank you, Lynn. And I also think that not having grades is equitable, in the sense that, as you know, we have students at the university who come from various backgrounds. Some have studied at really good high schools. And when I say really good high schools, this means that maybe the high school is committed to the teaching the students all the right techniques and skills and everything. And some may come from public high schools, right? And so it's not, and they are here on a scholarship. They are here because they are, committed to getting somewhere. And it's unfair to treat both groups the same way. I cannot expect from the students who are coming from maybe a French public school to be doing as well as others who have come from a, like have done an IB, for example, or have gone through an IB program. And I think it's unfair. And I think that everybody who's committed to learning in this course can actually learn. And I kept telling students over and over again, I'm not impressed by your English. Every single student in this class can get an A. Every single student. It's not about how well you write. It's not about how fluent you are in English. It's about how committed to the learning process you are. So you can be somebody who used to ace every single English essay in high school and still do very badly in my course because you're trying to wing it, and you cannot wing this course. So I'm trying to create some sort of like equity here and level the ground for everyone. We are not in a competition. If you like competitions, this is not a course for you. We're not in competition here. We are each responsible for each other's learning in this course. I am responsible for all of you, and you, every single one of you, is responsible for everybody else as well. And this is why we have a grading contract. Over the years, I've noticed that students love it. They appreciate it, and they end up feeling much more relaxed in this course and end up doing much, much better. I end up doing much, much better as an instructor because I'm no longer correcting for a grade. I'm no longer trying to correct your mistakes and see, I'm giving you a B because of all these mistakes. No. I'm giving you positive feedback. I'm telling you what works. I'm telling you what to improve. I'm telling you all of these other things. Hi, Mark, and Christelle is joining us right now. Thank you so much for joining. Can you give me just a couple more minutes?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Ready.
All right, let's see if I still have something to cover right now, or I can wait until after you've given your presentation. So basically we've covered 3 and 4. We're going to leave this other part until after Christelle and Mark are done with their presentation. So let me first, do you have a like a PowerPoint or something?
Yes, I will be sharing it.
Okay, I'm making you. Co-host.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, we're going to pause right here. And I just want to welcome Christelle and Mark. Thank you so much for joining us. And they're going to be telling us about their new project, which I have linked you to in the Google Doc. So I have the address over there on the Google Doc. And Christelle and Mark are going to be talking about this right now. 1 second, I'm trying to unpin myself and pin you so that because I am recording this. So, okay, great. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Derazi, and he is my colleague, Christelle Rossi. We are two senior chemistry students, and we are very excited to announce you our project, our blog called Casamind. But what does Casamind means? In fact, Casamind is a combination of two words. One Arabic word, Kaza, which means several, and mind, which simply means thoughts. So basically, Casamind is many thoughts in one place. But Christelle, can you tell us the story behind Casamind?
Okay. So last semester, Mark and I took a chemistry elective course. And the first project that we were assigned was to investigate the reasons behind the Beirut blast that happened on the 4th of August. So after doing our investigation and gathering all the information, we wrote an article about it. So ever since, each week we had different subjects about different tragic events that happened recently in Lebanon. And at the end of the semester, we ended with 7 articles. So we wanted people all around Lebanon to read about it and to be more aware of the deeper meaning of what is happening in our country. So we contacted newspapers to see if we can publish our work in their platform. But the process was very long and complicated, and they had a lot of conditions and requirements in order for us to publish our articles. So this is where we took this into our own hands and created Casamind, which is a blog for students to post their work, papers, projects. So as we all know, during your curriculum in AUD, you take a lot of courses where you're required to write papers and articles like English 204. And this is where we come in. So rather than spending a lot of time and effort on this paper just for the grade or just for the course, you can let others benefit from your knowledge. So we want students to get excited about writing papers, not only for the course and the grade, but outside this context. So how can you benefit from Casamind? Mark will tell you more about it.
Like she said previously, we as students wrote a lot of articles, did a lot of projects, but we did all this stuff for grades only. Here comes the role of Casamind that tell other people that let other people benefit from our work by publishing it. Therefore, Casamind is not only a blog, but a network that will help us as youth to raise our voice and to tell the world about our capabilities. And our main goal is to give a meaning for what we are doing. We don't want to work only for grade, but also to grow our knowledge and share it with others. I want to emphasize on something that Casamind consists of many topics. If you are a political science student, engineering, business, economic, whatever, you all have the opportunity to publish. Don't lose it. And Christelle, can you tell us about the procedure, how to publish our work?
Okay, so it's very easy. You go on our website that I will link now, and you click on Publish My Work, which is located in the menu bar. You fill out the form, which consists of your basic information, like your name, phone number, and then you paste your work. If your work consists of pictures, you can send us a mail and then attach your work to it. And then after reading your paper's articles, we'll get back to you after we review your paper just to make sure that it's well written and it was reviewed by one of your professors, and then you're good to go. So it's pretty easy. We wanted to make easy for you guys. So this is the website. I'm gonna put it on the chat box, our numbers and the email address. So we're looking forward to reading your work, and we're so happy to share this project with you. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Professor Abir. And this is all. If you have any question, we'll be happy to answer you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is awesome. Yes, they already have the link, the address. So it's yeah, I already shared it with them. But if you can paste it in the chat box, that would be awesome. And everybody, if you want, you can take a picture of this so you can have their numbers and email addresses, address. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the chat box. Any questions? Great, everybody likes the idea. Great.
Okay.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for joining us, and wish you the best of luck. I'm going to make sure that we post this on the Moodle web page, on the Moodle page for the course, so that students can maybe towards the end of the semester, they can probably start sharing some of their work
I think one has a question.
Yeah. It works in any language? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think preferably it's English because we want it to be international, so for other people to read it. But I think we can discuss it. But I think preferably English is better, but Arabic can work too, because I think it can work. So we'll have to discuss it.
Great. But you're taking any kind of publications, not necessarily something academic, but rather maybe a blog
Artistic.
post, maybe.
Yeah, anything really.
Great. Okay, great. Well,
Okay.
best of luck with everything, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for letting.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to share screen again, and I'm going to go, let's play a game actually. What I want you to do is, if you are on the Google Doc right now, I want you to go in and pick a box, one of these boxes, and start answering these questions. I want to know your name, your major, your year, and what do you think of the grading contract? Why do we use a grading contract? And do you have any preferences, fears, or concerns about this course? I'm going to give you exactly 2 minutes to do that. So you can just do it very briefly. If you want to skip the 2 questions and tell me anything about your preferences, fears, concerns about this class, do so. Okay, so as I can see, all of you now already understand the meaning of the grading contract from what I have seen. It seems that we have so many people from different majors. We have English literature, we have biology, environmental engineering, environmental health. Oh, I'm surprised, Akram, you have to take English 204 instead of.
No, I took the 06,
Oh,
and then apparently, apparently ما بيتعدل. It doesn't count. I have to take the 04 again. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry about that. Rafael
No,
is a
that's
biology major. Michelle, economics, computer science. I usually get a lot of science students. I'm very popular among the science students. And rightfully so, because this course is very much geared towards, in a sense, towards science writing in a way or another. Double major in physics and minor in artificial intelligence. That's amazing. Biology, nutrition, biology. Wow. So we have the one odd English literature major. Hang in there. Awesome. Okay, Majd is chemistry, Thalia is biology, Jad economics. Great. As you noticed, we have to record the 30-second video for this week, so we can get introduced to one another. Because the problem with online learning is that we don't know what we look like. Like, we don't know what the others look like. So it'll be a great way to introduce ourselves to the class and get introduced to other members of this course. And it's always, hello. Do you have a question, Bashir, or you just you're being
No, because
kind?
you mentioned we didn't see each other, so.
Yeah. So one of the things that we will do is actually record the video, a 30-second video, and we'll share it on WhatsApp. So it's easy. It's the easiest way to share it, because you can take it on your phone and just send it to WhatsApp. Oh, I have a PSPA major. Okay. In business psychology, biology. Wow, that's amazing. More biology students, and Fatima is still filling up. Awesome. Okay. The thing is, as I was saying, with this course, it's very difficult to just get to know each other and see what you look like and all that. So I found that at least I know what the person looks like at the beginning of the semester, it allows me to connect with them in a different way, or at least it allows us to form a kind of like a sense of community, trying to normalize this process as much as possible. Despite the difficulties of online learning seems to be the best way to approach writing or learning how to write in the disciplines, whether it's a literature course or a language course or an academic writing course or any other composition course. It seems to be like a preferred way to learn how to write, because it gives you some alone time to write, and it also helps you connect with other people in an efficient way. Whereas with other courses, like maybe a design course or any other course, you might need this face-to-face interaction. Writing courses, we can do them online. The only thing is that we miss this knowing what other people look like and being able to put a face to the name. So hopefully this exercise will help us. Also, the forums help a lot because you will be interacting with one another. And those of you who are shy, who don't like to interact with other people a lot, like who do not participate in class discussions, if you are in class, this will be a chance for you to participate because you will be doing it from behind your screen. So you're like sort of protected and shielded in a way. I'm interested in seeing if anybody has any fears or concerns. Jad, you say you're excited to start this course. Well, of course, Jad, you took English 203 with me, so you know what awaits you in this course. Lynn is saying, Lynn, is it Lynn or Lean? Am I mispronouncing your name in any way?
No, it's okay. People like to call me different things,
No.
No problem.
What is your name?
Lean.
Lean. Okay, so Lean
Yes.
it is. Okay. Great. So you say it seems all all seems very comforting. Great, thank you. If you have any concerns, please let me know at any time. Feel free to tell me, or feel that comfortable enough to tell me. Okay? 1 second, somebody is trying to join us. Omar. Okay. None that I can think of. Okay, if you think of anything, Rafael, you can always tell me. Michelle says none. Mahdi says the workload. Yes, the workload is always a concern. But what I can promise you is that if you do the work weekly, you will not feel it. Also, the fact that you will be collaborating with others on the work will make it much, much more bearable. You'll be fine. And because we don't have synchronous sessions, you can always use the time for the course during the day on Tuesdays and Thursdays to do the work that you need to do. And every single assignment is due on Sunday at 6 p.m. So this way you will never miss a deadline, and you will not be confused as to when is the deadline. And I will remind you. And what else? So you always have time. You will feel that you always have time. And if for any reason something pops up, you are worried about missing a deadline, you can always talk to me. Omar, hopefully the course will be manageable. You wouldn't be overwhelmed by the course. You will be overwhelmed by other courses, not this course. Farah, I'm excited to take the course. Well, Farah, I'm so happy to see you back in my course. Farah, he also took English 203 with me last year. Ayman, not that I can think of at the moment, just excited to start. Ayman, if you think of anything, let me know. I worry that maybe without a grade, I would overthink the feedback. Nadine, this is a very legitimate concern. Let me tell you about the feedback. The feedback is always going to come from a place where I will be telling you what you did right. So emphasizing the strengths of your work and how you can improve it without making you feel like you failed, because nobody can fail in this course. You will always, I expect you to be at a certain level. For you to have made it this far, for you to have been admitted and passed 203 and passed all your entrance exams and everything, I am sure you are at the level that is required for you to do very well in this course. So don't worry about it. And nobody's born knowing English, and nobody's born writing very well. This is an acquired skill. So keep that in mind, and you're going to do very well.
Yeah, I definitely will. But it's like I've heard nightmares about English 204. So thank you for clarifying.
Not my English 204. That's for sure. Like in general, you mean?
No, but generally, eh.
No. Yeah, you have to discriminate. And by discriminate here, I mean discriminate as in tell the difference, not be discriminatory, say that one is better than the other. So we'll see. You know what? Let's remind one another at the end of the semester so we can revisit this. See, how was your experience? Okay? How about that?
Definitely. Thank you.
Sure. Bashir, you're saying that I worry maybe I won't be able to communicate efficiently. Don't worry about it. You will be fine. Just have confidence in the fact that it doesn't matter. You make mistakes, you don't make mistakes, you perform very well. Nobody is born knowing everything. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. And your mistakes do not define who you are. It's your brilliant ideas that do. And I'm sure you have plenty. Sorry, Karine. I'm looking forward to this course, but I am a bit worried about the research paper. Don't worry about the research paper. It's going to be broken up into smaller pieces and manageable steps, and you'll be fine. You'll be very surprised with yourselves at the end of the semester. You're going to look at your paper and think, oh, I wrote this? That's amazing. Fadi, you say, I like the idea of dividing work, but I'm worried that I get caught up and not devote enough time required. I also tend to get nervous when writing. Okay, so even when you have parts to write, I will guide you how to write every single line. Like, you put this here, you put that here, you join them this way, and then they will be fine. You will have a paragraph. I break it down to really small manageable steps. So, and I will teach you how to think of, like, if, for example, if I tell you write a thesis statement, it doesn't come out of the blue. Like, oh, you know, tomorrow you have a thesis statement due. No, it's accompanied with an instructional video that I have recorded that tells you exactly how you think about your thesis statement. What should it include? What parts? This one small tiny sentence, what should it have? And what should it include? And how do you order it? Etc. etc. Roy, you say, honestly would not have it any other way, and I believe that this is a great idea and I have no fears or concerns. I'm very happy about that. Adam, I'm happy with the nature of this course, but I have to admit that I may be slightly worried about what my research was going to be. This is the most difficult assignment, the research question. But of course, you will be guided through it. Jawad, no other answers. But thank you for letting us know that you're a biology major. I think Jawad had another course at the time. Majd, nothing right now. Talia, I'm sure not everything is perfect, but we'll see. If there is something that you don't like, you can always tell me. Jad, nothing to worry about. Rhea, I'm a bit scared of the workload. Noor, I look forward to working for this class. It seems like a really interesting as well as comforting class. Yep. Rawan, all good. Mark, all good. Oh, Jawad, you're here. Everything is clear. Hussein, being the only freshman here, you'll be fine. Leah. Okay, and Leah Maria. Hanan. Very excited. Okay. Nothing to report. Ruby. I got a little scared hearing about choosing the research paper question, but I... Oh, can you hear me, Ruby? Can you speak?
Yes, hi.
What do you mean? Are you scared about choosing the research paper question? Like, is it because you're used to it being dictated? Like your teacher tells you to write a paper about this, and that?
It's because usually I have many options and it's hard to choose one, I guess.
No, we'll also figure out. It has to be related to your interests.
Okay.
You cannot just do anything. So it'll give you a chance to discover who you are, your major, your likes, your dislikes, your interests, etc., etc. So you'll be fine. Missing assignments is what you're worried about, Karim. Karim, you have no choice not to. You have no choice but to do all the assignments. Like, if you do not do an assignment, you cannot do the second assignment. So you have to do every single assignment. You have no choice. If this is something that you worry about and it might catch up with you, I will make sure to chase you so you can submit.
No, I'm just worried I could forget about the deadline or something.
No way. I mean, are you kidding? We're going to be bothering you endlessly on WhatsApp. Like, guys, Sunday,
okay,
don't
that's
forget.
great.
You'll be fine. Fatima, no, short and sweet, and that's it. Yes. Does somebody have something? Yeah.
I have a course right now because we missed it during the day. Do you mind?
No problem whatsoever. Anyway, it's already 7 o'clock. And what about Friday's assignment? Hanan, you mean, what do we mean here by Friday's assignment? Did I put something on here that I forgot about. Okay. The discussion forum repo response to the article 100 words, which is like a small thing, is due Friday at 6, just to give your peers a chance to read it and respond by Sunday. So what I want you to do is read the article and respond to it. So Thursday, for example, you have a class time. You can dedicate this class time to reading the article and responding to it by Friday. At the most, so that you can give your peers a chance to read your responses and respond to them. Great. Other questions?
Professor, I have a question.
Sure.
In the article at the last page, there are 3 questions. Do we respond to those questions, or we respond to the article?
You just respond to whatever I've written for you on here. So let's take a look. So respond, where is it? Okay. I thought I had put something, maybe it's in the, okay. I will add something. So how do you respond to the article? I'm so happy you pointed this out. I thought I had written over here what I want you to do. Thanks for bringing this up.
Yeah, I was lost. Like, what do you mean by response?
Yeah. So when I say a response to the article, like 100 words, all I want is just your reaction to the article. Like what you thought was, like, for example, that some interesting ideas that were maybe new to you, something that you knew before that it somehow reinforced. I will add it to the post. I'm so happy you brought this up. Thank you. Let's take a look at the chat. Certain feelings of personal opinions, yes, of course. What I want is just for you to interact with the reading. That's all. It's because we have a reading to do and I want you to read it, and there is absolutely no way for me to ensure that you have read it unless you respond one way or another. Now, I'm not asking you to just read it in such detail and shred it, but at least, go over it and interact with it. Okay? Okay. I'm going to stop recording.